Hello everyone and welcome in the official trading course by PropW. Let me first introduce myself. I am Mohammed Sob, civil engineer and a cryptocurrency trading trainer for 5 years. I will share my experience in this field with you in a simplified way through the course provided by the PropW educational platform. Today we will start with the first lesson and learn together what is the meaning of cryptocurrencies. Because you know that when we want to enter a new field, we must first understand the name of the field and its meaning. You've surely heard the term cryptocurrencies somewhere, right? You may have been a little confused about the meaning of this term and how it differs from traditional paper money. Well, don't worry, because in this lesson we will explain two main points. Understand the basic concept of cryptocurrencies. Distinguish between cryptocurrencies and traditional currencies. Let's start with a simple definition of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are digital assets that use cryptography to secure transactions and control the creation of new units without relying on a central authority. Built on blockchain technology for distributed transaction recording, and we'll explain what's the blockchain after a while, enable peer-to-peer value transfer without financial intermediaries, Now let's move on to keywords in the field of cryptocurrencies. The first of these, as we mentioned, will be blockchain. What is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed digital ledger that stores transaction data in a chain of encrypted blocks. It operates without a central authority, with thousands of computers holding identical copies of the ledger to ensure transparency and security. Okay, let's move on to the rest of the terms. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's start with Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency implementing proof of work on a blockchain network. And Ethereum, we can define it, a blockchain platform that supports smart contracts and decentralized applications. The beginning of the Bitcoin was in 2008 when Satoshi Nakamoto prepared the white paper of Bitcoin, and the launch of Bitcoin was in 2009. 6 years later, the second largest cryptocurrency, Ethereum, was launched in 2015. And in 2018, we have the emergence of DeFi and NFTs on blockchain. We will explain these terms in detail in later lessons. Well, so far we have obtained excellent information, and all that remains is to know the difference between cryptocurrencies and traditional currencies, where we will compare the most important points through a table. We will compare issuing authority, transparency, transaction speed, and transaction costs. The issuing authority for the traditional currencies is central banks and governments, but the cryptocurrencies are decentralized networks, or we can say the blockchain. About the transparency, the traditional currencies are limited or centrally recorded, but the cryptocurrencies are public or auditable ledgers. We have now transaction speed, and it takes days for cross-border transfer for the traditional currencies, but in the cryptocurrencies it takes seconds to minutes over the internet. Let's move on to transaction costs. In traditional currencies, it's high due to intermediaries, but in cryptocurrencies, it is generally low without intermediaries. Okay everyone, here we have completed the basic points that should be explained in this lesson. Stay well and see you in the next lesson.